If you're a woman, this video is for you. And I know in this day and age, everybody likes to say men and women have it the same. Everything's the same for both sexes. And it's just not true, okay? Women's bodies are different than men's. We have different organs. We have a womb, a uterus. We go through bloating. We go through menstrual cycles. We have children. There's a lot that our cores, that our bellies go through that men's don't. So this video is going to help you whether you've had a baby or not, whether your baby, if you have one, is 4 years old or 40 years old. This is going to be a great video for you because I'm going to touch on the key points that are really going to make a difference in the flatness of your core, the shape of your waist, and getting results, because it's not as easy for us as it is for men. It's not as easy as we get older as it is when we were 18. It's not as easy after we've had children as it is before we've had children. These are all facts that I feel like are kind of like controversial to say sometimes, but it's true. So tip number 1 is to stop doing long, boring cardio sessions. If you love going for a walk, I think walking is great for mental health, for longevity. It's something you can do throughout your whole life. So if you like going for walks, great. But I'm more talking along the lines of like going for runs, doing jogs, any high impact exercise that is done for a long period of time, like over 30 minutes. There's just much better ways to really slim down. And yes, a big part of the core is the muscles and getting that functioning optimally, but another part is the fat that sits on top of our core. And depending on your body type, you might have more or less in relation to where you store fat. I naturally gain weight evenly. My arms, my legs, my butt, my boobs, my stomach, it all gets bigger, it all gets smaller. But we're all different. Some of us store it more in the buns. I'm jealous of you girls. I would like a more voluptuous butt. Some of us store it more in the tummy. That's the one that's usually the most challenging. But regardless of that, the best style of cardiovascular exercise you can do to burn fat is called HIIT, high intensity interval training. And inside the 15-minute routine that I've linked for you around this video, we do 4 minutes of HIIT at the end of your workout that also targets the midsection to really help you get all of those benefits of HIIT without spending a ton of time on it or without doing cardio that takes hours away from your week. So that is number 1. It also isn't great for our cortisol. Long, arduous, super hard workouts can spike our cortisol, and for a lot of us that messes with our insulin, that messes with the body's ability to burn fat instead of store fat. So shorter, sweeter workouts are the way to go. And this is not just like my thoughts. This is backed by science and research. Number 2, swap out crunches for exercises that actually target the transverse abdominis, the TVA. And I feel like a broken record because I've been saying this for so many years, but the TVA is the corset muscle that wraps around your core. It's also the muscle that splits and opens when we are pregnant, and then we have to work to knit it all back together. Working the TVA is one of the best things that you can do for your overall health, but it also is wonderful from an aesthetic point of view because, like I said, it's like a built-in corset. And I have so many exercises that I would love to walk you through. Head to the link or comment core and I'll send it to you so you can get a little taste of what's to come. But it is all about working the TVA progressively. So we start with very basic, simple exercises, and then we up the challenge each week. So every single week you're gonna get a new routine to do that is designed to target your core, and each week it gets more and more and more challenging. And that kind of leads me to tip number 3, which is stop doing just random core workouts. Stop doing workouts that are way too hard for you. You can do more harm than good, like just trying to do 200 sit-ups or something like that, or doing some advanced YouTube video that's all about the core that you've never done those exercises before. You haven't done them for 10 years. Like, that's not what's going to get us results. It can cause posture imbalances. It can cause lower back soreness. It can cause the core to actually strengthen in a way that's more distended instead of flat. So it's really important that we start with the foundations and the basics, and that is exactly what the Trim Core Challenge does. With those 3 tips, and then of course, cleaning up the diet. You know, I have a lot of videos that talk about what I'm currently doing to help me see a little bit more weight loss, and what I have recommended for a long time out of my personal experience with working with over 1 million women virtually and hundreds of women in real life. But for me personally, I find that adding in tons of vegetables to my day, adding in tons of water, being more mindful of upping my protein, those couple things make a big difference in the way that my core looks, my energy level, my bloating, and all of that. So there it is, short and sweet. You are not stuck with the core that you don't feel happy about. We can definitely address this. All it takes is 3 workouts, 15 minutes a week. I mean, it sounds so short and simple that it's hard to believe that it's true, but it really is. So we've got success stories, before and afters, all the goods on the next page. Head on over and check it out. And I can't wait to walk you through your first workout. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye-bye.